The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service recognized Vandenberg Air Force Base as the 2015 recipient of the prestigious Military Conservation Partner Award. The award is presented once a year to a military installation whose land stewardship efforts represent significant conservation accomplishments. While a military base with satellite launch pads may not seem like an ideal place for conservation, the base strives to protect habitat for many federally threatened and endangered species.
The Ventura Fish and Wildlife Office has been working with Vandenberg Air Force Base for many years. The base is almost 100,000 acres big and hosts 18 threatened and endangered species. This area is critically important for the western snowy plover. And one of the things Vandenberg did to achieve this award was they sought additional funding so they could voluntarily do restoration on their beaches to provide additional nesting habitat for the western snowy plover. When Ventura Fish and Wildlife Office biologist Bill Stanley and his supervisor Jeff Phillips saw the significant accomplishments Vandenberg was making towards snowy plover recovery, they decided it was time to nominate Vandenberg for this national award.
Vandenberg Air Force Base is located on the central coast of California and contains 42 miles of pristine coastline stretching along the Pacific Ocean. The base's coastline is very popular with base personnel that frequent areas like Wall Beach. The picturesque beaches on Vandenberg Air Force Base also serve as one of the largest breeding sites for the Pacific Coast population of the federally threatened western snowy plover.
We typically see a lot of families, a lot of airmen that use Wall Beach as a recreational area during the summertime, which also coincides with the snowy plover nesting season. So we have undertaken restoration of Wall Beach, of the closed area Wall Beach, to offset the adverse effects of recreational use there, to allow them more breeding habitat to nest within at Wall Beach. We completed the dune contouring part of the restoration at the end of February, immediately prior to the beaches closing on March 1st for the nesting season, and immediately we started to see plovers roosting within that area. And so far already this year we've had 17 snowy plover nests initiated within the restoration area at Wall, whereas before we didn't have any plover nesting there.
The restoration efforts taking place at Vandenberg Air Force Base go well beyond just helping native bird species. Staff from the base are also restoring native vegetation like the endangered beach leah by removing non-native plants.
The restoration project on endangered beach leah encompasses 90 acres of land and along the coastline in dune areas, and we're removing non-native ice plant, beach grass, veld grass, and acacia as well. The important things about the restoration is that not only does the non-native invasives compete for resources such as water and nutrients, they provide a dense area of cover that prevents beach leah from going. So native plants and beach leah like open sandy areas to grow, and so that way it'll provide the opportunity for the natural dune processes to occur, plus for the opportunity for the native and plants and beach leah to grow.
Across the nation, military installations recognize the critical need for natural resource conservation, and the military has become an important partner in land stewardship. In addition to the on-the-ground restoration activities, such as research and conservation planning, Vandenberg Air Force Base also engages surrounding communities in hands-on outdoor education and volunteer opportunities, including beach cleanups, summer school field trips, fishing days, and docent programs.
We are stewards of these unique natural resources and cultural resources we have here on Vandenberg Air Force Base. We have a confluence of the various ecosystems here along the Central Coast, which result in a variety of various habitats that provide refuge for some of the last remaining populations of federally listed endangered species. The military mission does not in any way result in these species being endangered. In fact, we're doing a great job in the conservation and recovery of these species. Oftentimes in the United States, our military bases have become some of our best wildlands still available for the conservation and recovery of these federally listed species.
According to Colonel Boltz, installation commander for Vandenberg Air Force Base, being recognized as the 2015 Military Conservation Partner is a special honor. Colonel Boltz and his staff are able to accomplish their military mission while ensuring that the natural beauty of the area and the species that call Vandenberg home will be around for future generations to enjoy.
To have somebody put us in from a sister organization in the federal government speaks highly about the award, and mainly for Bea Gebhardt and her team over in our civil engineering squadron that's doing all the interface and all the relationship building and all the paperwork, if you will, to make sure that we are the good stewards of the environment of this great patch of land called Vandenberg that we get to call home. This patch of land, this little elbow of California, we call Vandenberg Air Force Base. We want to make sure we treat it as well as it treats us. I mean, the weather's great, the geography's great. It's a great place to be stationed as an airman. Having been all over this world and all over this country, I can't think of any better place to be than Vandenberg Air Force Base, frankly. And so we want to treat it as well as it treats us.